Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, Archie Luxury channel. This new segment, Everyday Millionaire. Today's question for an everyday millionaire is, how long does it take to become an everyday millionaire? Very good question. And there's a number of factors which, of course, are going to determine that. Firstly, how much money are you earning? Are you single? Are you married? Are you raising a new family? Do you have divorce or alimony payments? It goes on and on and on. And in my own case, I wasn't actually seeking to become an everyday millionaire. I was seeking to become relatively financially independent. That's what I wanted, to have my own business, because I kind of, with my personality, I found it hard to kiss ass in corporate services. I knew it'd be better for me to work for myself long term. So I gotta tell you guys, in my case there, I started when I got married to my wife in 2005. We got married in March 2005. And there were a number of things that we did. I had a job in IT. My wife was also working in IT. I told her, get back into nursing. Nursing pays much more than stupid IT does. She went into nursing, which she had to get her qualifications recognized because they were from a foreign country, etc., etc., etc. So in my own quest, I had many obstacles. The fact that I became an everyday millionaire is kind of a miracle. It's a dedication to hard work, dedication to luck, and dedication to being pretty ruthless. And in my own case, the chances of achieving this were pretty slim. In my own case there, 2005, I was earning 60,000. My wife immediately, I was 33. She was 35. She wanted to start a family of our own, which means if you're going to have kids, they're a big drain on finances. I also had an affair with an Italian car, which turned out to be, it was an Alfa Romeo that turned out to be an absolute disaster. There were many factors that came in, and she had a bit of money came in through an inheritance. It was her money. She had a bit of money came in that helped a lot. She had about $70,000 came in, which basically became our house deposit. I got 20 grand from my dad when I bought this house off him. So there was a few little luck factors that came out. But I had to pay child support to 2 other children I had. So I was hindered as well. In fact, things were so bad for us there at one stage there when we just got the mortgage. I was earning about $4,000 in the hand a month, and the mortgage payment was about $1,800. The car payment was about $500. The maintenance payment was about another $600. I was basically spending about $750 more a month than I was actually making. Yeah, so, sometimes in life it can be pretty savage. Uh, the things also that factor in is, of course, is what happens to assets you buy. In our case, we bought a home. The home we bought, well, we paid 330 in 2007. It's now worth 600,000 in 2021. That's 14 years, and it has really gone quite high. The property market's moving. I've had houses in the past where they didn't damn move. In my first marriage, I bought a house for 130,000, and it was only until after the divorce went through and we had a property settlement that prices started to rise. So I had basically kept it for 10 years, hadn't had none of the gains, very little of the gains. Phew, very annoying. So timing, you see, these are things you can't really control. Then there's career opportunities. Sometimes you go for a squirt where you're starting to earn big bucks. The big bucks. If you're earning big bucks, that helps a lot to become an everyday millionaire. Yet again, we can do silly things by leasing fancy-wancy cars, especially German and Italian. There's many factors that come into it. Is your partner working? See, in my case, although we started a family with children, I was working full-time. She then went full-time after a couple of years. But then we went into private school. We sent the kids to a private school, and after a year I said, hey, I'm just hemorrhaging money. This is so expensive. So expensive, it's just killing me. We're not going to go anywhere financially if we're paying private school fees. So we sort of backed out of that. We went to a very good state school for the children. So there's so many factors that are at play. Admittedly, I had a number of millstones around my neck. I had to pay maintenance to previous children. I was raising a new set of kids. I had, what else did we have? I didn't have a hugely paying IT job. I mainly earned 50s, my salaries, this is Aussie dollars, not US, 50s, 60s. I never had a salary with a 7. Never had a 7. It was always a 5 or a 6. And, there's a number of things that come into play here. Inflationary times. You want to buy assets that rise. That's how you can become a millionaire. It's more so, it's not how much the saving is important, but you've got to you buy an asset and it grows in value and you increase your equity. So I think realistically, how long does it take to become an everyday millionaire? It depends on a number of factors. Is one person or is it a couple? Are you both working? Are you both switched on to the program? There's a bit of luck as far as real estate timing. To give you an example of a bit of luck that we had when we bought our home, I actually didn't want to buy a house. I wanted to buy an apartment because I liked apartment living. Apartments were $360,000 when I bought our house for $330,000. 10 years forward, our house was worth high 4s. And apartments had sunken in value to low. They were 330. I picked up our investment property for 330. So it actually, when I bought the house, it was 10% more than the house. And 10 years later, it was 10% cheaper than 10 years before. So it's just the timing is, you got to have a bit of luck with this property timing. So I got to tell you, that's a lucky thing there. And there's so many factors. But I generally would say working hard, you kind of just plow on and try your best. All you can do is try your best. And there's certain luck. You might be in a certain industry that does well. You could buy a certain property that does really well. So many good and bad things there in that period of time. So we got married in 2005 up until now. which is 2021. So we are looking at 16 years. We also had a number of financial crashes. The 07-08 crash, that's the financial crisis. Margin call, see margin call to look at that. We also had the COVID. COVID has caused the market to crash. The start of COVID, everyone was screaming, it's going to end, the world's going to end. Well, actually, share market is stronger than ever. House prices have gone up. You can't even buy a car brand new because they're at very limited supply, selling at full retail. So there's so many factors. I would generally say to become an everyday millionaire, if you work hard, I'm not talking about, if you're earning $100,000 a year, obviously it's going to be a lot easier than if you're earning $40,000 a year. But I would say on middle class money, two people together, a bit of luck with the property investments, a bit of luck with their career, I would say it generally takes to become an everyday millionaire, starting from a very modest base. I would say you're probably looking at 15 to 20 years. I think 15 to 20 years is a rough estimate. 15 to 20 years to become an everyday millionaire. And then once you become an everyday millionaire, then it's so much easier. Once you've made the first million, the second million is a hell of a lot easier. I'm working on that. We're working on that bit now. And it's a lot of factors there. So I generally say 10 to 20, probably 15 is kind of the premium. That's how long it would take if you were serious and working hard to achieve the results. 15 years from nay to yay. That's what I'd say. 15 years, I reckon, would be the time for two people working on middle class, good middle class incomes, not exorbitant incomes, good, reasonable middle class incomes, with a couple of kids, because people do have kids, they breed and procreate. 15 years, that's what I'd say would be a guesstimate. I'm ArchieLuxury, your everyday millionaire. Guys, thank you for watching this series. If you like this series, how about making a small PayPal donation to ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com. ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com. If you put in some money, I will make more everyday millionaire videos for you. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to introduce a new service to you. ValueYourWatch.com. Proud supporters of ArchieLuxury. No seller's fees, no buyer's fees. That's right, guys. This is a trading platform to buy or sell watches. You can start selling for free. That's right. We advertise our paying subscribers on Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's a global platform. That's right, guys. Get $50 off the annual subscription by applying the coupon Archie when you check in there. But guys, you can try this for free straight away. Guys, you can start listing watches. ValueYourWatch.com. Give it a try and tell me what you guys think of that.
All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck.
Like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google Ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.